Hello everyone, welcome back to my Gent Watches reactions. This is going to be episode 3 of your boy Kongming. I'm going to thank the people watching the Kongming reactions. The Kongming reactions have been doing really well right now, and people have been quite liking them, which is kind of a surprise, but I guess that happens with these types of like cult hit shows is people really like them, and I really like the people who like them. So keep that going. Keep discussing with me in the comments. It's a lot of fun. It's great to read, and I'm really liking the show, and I'm excited to see where it's going. I'm kind of sad that I'm not caught up yet, but I think by the time the next week's episode comes out, maybe I'll be caught up. If this is episode 3, I think it's 4, 5, and 6. I think I'll be caught up by the time episode 7 comes out. So then we'll be watching it live as it comes out from then on. So that is going to be pretty solid. But right now, let's do some episode 3 of your boy Kongming. So last time we had Kongming has actually started to put in his stratagems, I think is what they were called. His different war strategies, but applying them to a singing environment, I guess is the word. We got introduced to a villain type character whose name is, do I have it written down? Mia. Her name is Mia. And Mia is a little bit of not a great person. Seems like she's only in it for the fame. And so Eiko is still like looks up to her and loves her music and all that sort of stuff, but Eiko is clearly the one who's in it for like this sort of self-satisfaction, which, I mean, I'm gonna say there's nothing wrong with being in something for the fame and nothing wrong with being in something for the money. Like, we gotta have a job sometimes, and I mean, some people have dreams of being a singer, some people have dreams of being famous. They're both dreams. I know one sounds more glamorous than the other, but they're both dreams. So I don't want to put out there that because Mia is in it for the fame, therefore she's terrible. Mia is in it for the fame, and she is terrible. Those two things are not necessarily causation. It's correlation. It's not causation. That might be a part of it, right? Because she is just so solely focused on the fame of it all and the attention. Her jealousy of other people getting that attention and fame that she wanted drives her to be more toxic to others like Eiko. I wonder if she's gonna stick around, or if we're just gonna keep moving forward and ignore her, basically, or if she's just gonna come back like way later. Like, they set her up, now push her to the side, she can come back in 20 episodes time or whatever. But regardless, I'm ready to get into this. By the way, when I'm assuming the OP is gonna be in this episode, I've probably listened to the OP like 15-20 times now. Because basically I saw it in last week's episode, I loved it, and then I was editing the reaction and I was bopping along to it while editing the reaction, and then it was like getting recommended to me, so I was clicking on it there, and now it's just in, and I saw like videos of VTubers singing the song, so it's just like in my head. I'm just constantly singing along to it, so it's great. It's great. All right, anyway, let's get into episode 3 of your boy Kongming. Here we go. Oh, this is just, I mean, come on, this puts you in a good mood. Chan chan, oh chicky chicky ban ban. Ah, so good. I'm assuming there's got to be a full song of that. I have to look that up at some point. Oh, she's still staring at it. Oh, I get it, girl. Yeah, let her be happy. That's good, but you can also be happy with it. It's okay. Cool. Oh, nice. He knows how to take videos on the phone. I mean, if you fail, it will still be a good experience. Even though that's scary. You got this. Don't worry. Don't stress. Oh no. There's no one else isekai. I doubt. He's gotta do research as well. Nice. That's not all he bought. It was a big bag. He didn't just buy glasses. She's determined. Very small one. Makes sense. Jet Jacket. Oh, it was the one that was on the thing. Can you somehow take advantage of Jet Jacket's nearby crowd? Where are you going? Don't tire yourself out. Ooh. Hey, Jet Jacket. Really? I mean, he's still doing it. Surely nice. Aww. Oh no. Oh no. Did he do that? Oh no. Please don't tell me he did anything. Oh, I was just giving him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, so you know how hard it is. Mm-hmm. Huh. So this is a slack off day for you. No! They had some people. That's true. Yeah. Where is she going to warm up her voice? Sprinting away. Whoa. Okay. Interesting strategy. Aww. Wow. Wow, he's a pretty lord.
It's party time.
Paripikome! It's party time. Whoa, flashback? Someone in the comments said he died from being overworked. So, that would make sense. Yeah, girl! Yeah. Yeah, you have fans here. Don't worry about what's going on over there. Oh. Oh no, they're putting all their eggs into tomorrow's basket. Huh. So he's saving it.
全力は出さず明日に備えるな。その通り。しかも彼らの代表曲ミッドデイは喉に声帯の休息を要するため2日連続は歌う。
That makes sense.
なるほど。エイコさんには天運がついている。こちらの計略は使わずに済みました。そちらって。
He's got plans for everything. He sure is.
仕上げに参りましょう。乾杯。
Is his whole strategy to give people alcohol all the time? He's got a lot of wisdom. Oh, I'm so happy to see her happy. Look how happy she is. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she needs a win. Free tickets. Oh, honey? Helping him out. Try it. It probably tastes horrible, but it might help. That's really funny. The comedic timing in this show is great. Hey, you got this? I'm kind of rooting for these guys in a small way. The cooking pad. He's just succeeding at everything. Oh, that's so sweet. But he's still gonna sign it. Aww. Damn, I like Jet Jacket a lot. Good job, man. And it'll also make Eiko better. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh. Look how happy she is. Oh. Ooh, who are you? Okay, that's a tease. Hey DJ, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so that guy is the Eiko fan. I was wondering last episode, but now we know who he is. Alright, alright, alright. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was episode 3 of your boy Kongming. Wow. Okay. Alright, so what I liked, I'll tell you right now, is Jet Jacket. I liked them a lot because I was thinking partway through the episode when Jet Jacket was starting to be introduced and he went over in the technical issues and he started to walk away, I thought, oh no, he did something to sabotage their equipment, and so essentially like every popular artist they're going to come across is going to be like a horrible person. But I mean, if you really think about it, Jet Jacket kind of didn't do anything wrong. I'm just going through it in my head, like other than the attitude, I guess, but like Jet Jacket the lead singer did go over to give his introductions. He introduced himself to it. He was happy when their equipment failed, but he's you know, batting for himself. He was like, oh great, the fans are gonna be with me, and that's really good. It's not like Eiko was like felt bad that she was stealing fans from Jet Jacket. She didn't care. She was excited she was getting fans. It's the same way. The Jet Jacket guy. I mean, you don't want to wish for someone else to have a bad performance, but like, I'm not gonna begrudge the guy too much for being like, my only competition isn't going to be a competition, so I'm gonna have a good performance. Like, if you're happy about that, then like, yeah, that's natural. That's a natural thing to be kind of excited about. And so he did introduce himself. He didn't have anything to do with the equipment failing, because it had never really failed. That was actually Kongming's whole strategy. Sure, he didn't play to the audiences like what they wanted at the time, but he kind of couldn't, because he doesn't know vocal techniques by the looks of it. He doesn't know how to protect his voice well enough to be able to protect his vocal cords and be able to do that intense song 2 days in a row. And I'm sure it's tough. Like, the solo concert is probably the more important one, because that's all of, like, if he had done the song the midday or whatever it was called, if he had done it on the festival day, then the concert would have come around and everyone would have been waiting for their most popular song, and they wouldn't have been able to do it for their fans who paid specifically to see them. These are just some fair weather fans that came to the festival, and they may be big fans and they may have been excited to see them. But I mean, if you got back-to-back stuff and you can either see them solo or you can see them as part of a festival, they're not going to put their all into the festival, and that's understandable. So really, Jet Jacket didn't do anything wrong, and I was glad to see that, because like there's tsunderes, but, or at least the lead singer is, but like that's kind of the extent of it. And I'm glad to see that, because with Mia, like, obviously Mia is a villain of this show, and they didn't give her like too many redeeming qualities. And that's fine to have someone like that in the show. I'm just glad they also have another type of rival. These guys are more like rivals than villains. And they were kind of cool. They may even just be friends in the future, and I would actually love to see Jet Jacket be friends with Eiko. I'm sure Eiko would love that as well, to like have friends in the music industry, because I think that's something that Kongming needs to be careful of, and he was at the end there, so like I think I'm not worried about it, but he has to make sure to try not to burn too many bridges, right? He's burned a bridge with Mia. Mia probably doesn't want to have anything to do with Eiko ever again. And he got very close to burning that bridge with Jet Jacket. If Eiko wants to get more popular, doing like features and like doing joint concerts and opening for other bands, like this is all going to be important stuff for her career. And so she's going to have some friends in the music industry. Like, Kongming's strategies are great, but I think they're only going to go so far until you need to actually start having friends. And Eiko can make friends. She's on the right path to making friends. She's a very kind person. She's very loving. She cares about music a lot. She cares about other people's music just as much as she cares about her own. So yeah, I think that's gonna, I mean, maybe that'll come up later. Maybe that's going to be something like that. Actually, I guess it's too early to tell whether Kongming is going to be fallible or not. Like, whether or not he is going to be able to fail, because sometimes in these shows these characters never fail, and it'll always come around to like, it was all part of my plan. Even if things look like they're going wrong, it'll all come around in the end as, well, they were the genius all along, and that's great. But whenever shows have them having some flaws, and those flaws have to be counteracted by other stuff, that's normally when a show is elevated a little bit higher, because it's a bit harder to write and it's a bit more interesting, and because you have to do it in a way that makes it so that we still think Kongming is the best for the job, and we still respect everything that he does, but he also has to have a flaw. So having that balance of like Like, the flaw can't be big enough that you think, oh, well, Kongming's not worth it. But the flaw can't be small enough that it's barely a flaw. Like, if the flaw is just that he's cocky, like, that's not really that much of a flaw, because he's cocky for good reason, because he's getting everything right. So we can't really blame him for that. But if his flaw was that he burned too many bridges, that's a pretty big flaw, because at some point she's going to need that. So if that's the case, then, but that's also like a big enough flaw that, okay, he burns bridges, maybe Eiko is good enough of a person to fix them and elevate them up to that level. Maybe. That's what I'm hoping for. That's kind of the path I'm hoping this show takes at some point. I don't expect that to be even in this season. I don't expect that to happen. But if this has multiple seasons, this show, then I would expect that to be a season 2 or 3 thing that happens. You know, season 1 might just be getting a feel for the characters and just enjoying Kongming, like sending her to the top. Once she's like near the top, that's when we can start playing around with making her fall a little bit and gain and do stuff on her own, you know. But man, it's so good seeing Eiko happy. She's such a precious character, and she's so simple, and you can just see like her sitting on the bar stool staring at her Instagram followers, or just being on stage and looking out on the crowd and being purely beaming at the success that she's finally having, the success that she dreamed of. It's so amazing, and I get her feelings whenever I have feelings of success with anything, and it's just like this overwhelmingly warm feeling in my heart. Oh, it's the best. It's the best. It's the best feeling. As someone who's like very creative, I love to make videos, I love to act, I love to write. I like doing all of these things that can eventually go to an audience, and so when the audience likes it, that's the best feeling. That's the best feeling, you know? If you're on stage in a play, like some of the best moments of my life have been like moments when I'm on stage performing a play and I like deliver a joke or whatever, and it's like a joke that I've worked at. Like, I've worked at the perfect delivery and timing and all that sort of stuff for a while, and I deliver the joke on stage and it gets like the biggest laugh of the night. And I just see people be happy, and it's so amazing. It's such an amazing feeling. So yeah, anyway, wow, that was a great episode. That was your boy Kongming, episode 3. Now, if you are new to this channel or you haven't yet subscribed, please make sure to subscribe. It'll really help me out. Give the video a like. The like is gonna help out, especially in the early days. Helps to chuck me in the algorithm as well, you know. The more engagement on a video, the more it helps the algorithm, and helping the algorithm is the best way to get the content to improve as well. Like, everything's gonna get better the more that the reception is, you know. If the reception is great, the videos are gonna be better. So make sure to do that, and then comment down below your discussions and stuff. I've been loving reading the Kongming comments on their perspectives on everything and what they've liked and everything, so it's great. So make sure to leave a comment as well. But thank you for joining me on episode 3, and I will see you later. Goodbye.